Okay. I don't know what's coming through the mic right now, unfortunately. It's probably my air conditioning unit, honestly. That thing's so freaking loud. Let me see if I can gate that. Noise gate. Why is it open at all? That shouldn't be open. Why are you open? Whatever. Something like that. Okay. It's really that big. What in the world is going on? The open threshold is at 34, negative 34. But that sound is less than 50. Heck, less than 55. Whatever. Maybe it's not coming through as strong as I think it is. Anyway. I got work to do, so. But yeah, we got another page done the other day. Rather, I did off stream. Figured out the hand more or less. It's not the best hand, but it works. So, gonna go with that. And now we're on to the next one. So let's see what we can do today. Still haven't really figured out that one page, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. I would really like to get that page done, but I want to do it right. This page, I thought about redoing, changing up, but it works. It's not confusing. It's not really a problem. I just wish it could sell a certain effect a little bit better, but I'm okay with that. I have a schedule to try and keep, so. Can't make everything amazing. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I get like, at most, maybe a week of really solid work where I'm like on point, getting stuff done. Like things are really turning out. The rest of the time I'm just like trying to catch up to that and make that happen. Like watching grass grow, pretty much. As a joke, I should have just a cam pointed at my wall that just says paint watching, or paint, drying paint watch. Same kind of energy. Okay, so I need to set up the chessboard, right? So I should be able to just drag this over. Yep. Okay. So let's go back here. And what we're going to do is we're going to move this here. So this will be chessboard 3, and then as a find where the queen is. There you are. Actually, I'm thinking since I don't, let me check the page here. Oh no, it does. Okay. I haven't looked much into them, but I have gotten a lot of feedback from Bruner. In fact, this layout right here was, he worked out to help it feel more genuine. Yo, Manji, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope your break's going well. So I can't have you on yet. So we are going to save you as pawn 2. Save. Select it all. Export. Selected only. Turn you on. No. Not you. It was you. Yeah, it was you. Turn you on. File, export, and we'll just call this Pontu check. Selected only. There we go. Okay. So now we can do, oops, is file import 3D data. We want onto you up here. Move the camera down. Actually move it over this way. Not that much. So this is the rook that gets moved. Come on. Not that much. Gotta get the right angle here. About there, I think. And we'll move here. She'll be able to have her head on the thing. There. Let's convert it. Let's do that. Hoping to get the line work done for this whole thing this month. Ideally earlier this month than later, rather than later. So here it is. Okay. A little bit busy, but that's okay. Let's turn off the fill for now. We can deal with that later. And let's do that. You're writing your own realistic comic book? What does realistic comic book mean? Let's see here. Realistic art style? Cool. Wait, what? Oh, why did I do that? Been doing your comic for 2 years, you're only halfway through? I've been working on this comic for... When did I start this comic? When did I start this comic? I've been working on the story since 2020. That's when I first came up with the idea, and then I did the film, which took me a year. So I think I'm going on 2 years myself, and I'm not even halfway through. Yeah, comics take a long time, bro. Especially when you're doing everything yourself. And it's probably going to be another couple of years before it's done. You using Procreate? Procreate's a pretty good program. Actually, I've been really interested in another program though. I teach animation on Procreate because it works. But it's not the best. But there's another really good-looking animation program I'm really excited about. Looking into called ToonSquid. Looks really good in terms of like just resources for students learning and stuff like that. Not really used Metabang. Used Procreate quite a bit. It's pretty good, especially for like the price point. You can't really beat it. Being on iPad and everything like that. But there are certainly things about it that just I wouldn't want to. It's not the program I would want to use for a comic. At least not something like this. For simpler stuff, I could probably do something else. I've actually done little like comic strip style stuff on it, which I really should clean that up and have some fun with that. I think that well, Procreate has a comic not format, but resolution or something like that. And can do CMYK, which is cool. But I don't think it has like templates, but who needs templates anyway for pages? That kind of, in my opinion, that kind of takes away from the fun, because it's all part of the game to get to come up with the page layout, you know? Page layout is a part of the medium. She's holding it like this. The thumb is actually going back like that. And actually not that. Maybe I like don't have the thumb out so much. Let's see here. Not like that. Let me know all these new Iron Ages say they've been creating only for a few years because I get the reason why. Something like that. This one I'm not going to sweat too much about. I'm going to see if I can do this page relatively quickly. And this is technically... That reminds me, I need to get back into writing, actually. I've been working on a little thing. Just to kind of get back into the mode. Because it's been a long time since I've done, like, proper narrative writing, as opposed to just, like, script writing for something, or bullet points, essentially. Yo, Guilty. Food in the oven? Nice, what you having? I made some chili the other day. Came out a lot better this time around, which made me happy. So, I've been eating that the past few days, which has been great. I love chili. Actually... Don't be eating feet. I probably shouldn't have said that. Oh, great. Man, that reminds me of a movie called Jabberwocky. If y'all haven't seen that movie, you want some prime British humor. I think it's a lot of the same people behind, like, Monty Python. It might actually be a Terry Gilliam, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Ooh, chicken. Chili's not even cold. It's leading name. But it's good to eat when it's chilly. See, that's the key. Yeah, that's good enough. Also, Evelyn, good to see you. Yo, Brenner. Good to have you for as long as you're able to be here. I'm putting those charts you made to good use here. We have the layout done. That has been so nice, honestly, having a photo reference to go off of. We want to move this back. Oh, come on. More. Dude, I swear, this character was like 90% spite, the pawn. The big stone golem dude. Oh, that's all good, Bruner. Like, truth be told, I'm not sure, unfortunately, I'm not sure if I'll be able to integrate more of the moveset in yet. I'm still working on this page. So, like, no pressure whatsoever. I'm just not sure how I'm going to do the layout on that page yet. So depending on how it works out, I might not be able to use more of those move sets. It'd be really cool to see the full game, and maybe I can use it later as like a reflection, but still. So yeah, don't sweat that at all. Guess you need to put on a sunscreen and silk shirt. Yeah, it is getting sunnier out there. I have my AC on full blast. The really annoying part, though, is I have like all this equipment in this corner, so this place just radiates heat. I've got a big old power supply for my soundboard. And it's actually only going to get worse as soon as I finally get that server up and running. You mean because of the music? Oh, okay, I see. It is kind of, yeah, tropical, isn't it? It's relaxing. Makes you feel like you're on vacation. That's not right. That's not big enough. You got bigger hands than that. I need to draw the fingers first to actually figure out where those things line up. Sips out of coconut, yeah. Guilty. Brunner offered to basically create a match that basically reflects these moves to help like make it feel more authentic in relation to like the story and stuff like that. The bits of the story that I can kind of relay. So this layout was actually puzzled out by him to figure out how certain pieces could end up where they need to be for thematic effect and stuff like that. So he offered to do the whole game. And I feel kind of bad because I do really want to integrate the whole game in. I think that it would be good for the sake of like making it feel different from the film, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that yet. Be really cool though. I don't know when I'm gonna plan that page because I've just been like kind of like not in the mind to do layout. It really sucks. So that'd be nice. Let me do thumbnail. And the thumb, I just like to keep simple. It's just a straight. Hold on. About there. Oops. That's about right. If I look at this hand here, maybe a little long, but that's all right. Actually, you know, we can do that. That ain't right. What are my page dimensions and resolutions? So I work at, I think it's 600 dpi. Oh, hold on. I think it's 600 dpi at yeah, 600 at 11 by 17. So yeah, and then the actual comic will be smaller. It's not going to be that big. But yeah, 600. I probably could do 300, but like it's no real big bother. It's just nice having that extra resolution. Heck, my brother, for his more like painting work and stuff like that he does, works at 1200. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, you at least want 300 for print, like at least. I think you could technically get away with 150, depending on the size, if you're doing like a small little postcard. But like, yeah. Yeah, my brother's an illustrator, actually. It's kind of a shame because he actually used to stream with me. But it didn't really click with him, I think. and he had a lot of other things to work on, so he never knew what to really stream, and so it was kind of getting in his way. So he hasn't done that in a while. I'd love to get him back on at some point. He'll probably will be. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. I was waiting for him to put out his pricing for like pieces and whatnot, because like he's really interested in getting work right now, actually. So it would be really good to that's not right. Hold on. This isn't right. So I'll have to I have some of it figured out, but like it'd be good for like just his painting commissions and stuff like that. I'll need to get those prices and send them into the Gilded. Oh, whoops. There's not a line there. Okay, that's not right either. That is the right layer. So finish that line. Okay, and I might go back and change that. But anyway, I'm gonna have to. Hold on. So that's correct. This isn't the. Let me see if I can give some of his stuff though. Yeah, for sure. My caps lock is on. Did that pull? Yes, it did. So you can check it out there. He needs to rework his gallery a little bit, but yeah. Let's move this closer. Funny enough, he was actually doing a comic himself. It was a fan comic that he was working on. And he has other original stuff as well that he wants to work on. So he's got a lot going on. But yeah, if you're interested in getting some artwork done, don't be afraid to reach out. He's much more of an illustrator. It's funny, I was talking with him last night, and I was streaming the page that I was working on. He looks at my process, like he's watching me work, and he's like, "You draw like an animator." And I'm like, "Yeah. Yeah, he's my older brother." So funny enough, actually, he was the one he was like my real big like critic. Like he was a big critic that really helped me to get better, you know, when I was younger. Because I didn't have a whole like I never did like art classes or anything like that, and so the big thing he taught me was how to look with a critical eye. And just improve my work and whatnot. And so that was a really big like asset. Early on. That's not right, actually. Yeah, funny enough, his abstracts, he was on a bit of an abstract kick for a while. And did quite a bit with that. Though I think he's starting to lean away from that. It was a bit of an experiment for him. Which is part of the reason he needs to kind of reorganize his stuff to just kind of showcase his more like illustration a bit more, character stuff and whatnot. Because he has a lot of that as well. He has a lot of just heavy anatomy stuff and whatnot. Abstract was always your wheelhouse? How so? Did you... Is that what you always... Whenever you like, you had like a painting class or something like that, it just was what you enjoyed most? I've not really done a whole lot of abstract stuff myself. Although, funny enough, I actually am going to be using abstraction in this page. This panel is going to be an abstract piece, and I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to do that. So that'll be fun. Okay, I can import, or I can just turn you back on and reset yours. Cause screw it, why not? Yes, that was correct. Okay. Right? Yes. Okay. Thank goodness. Everything was soft and foggy. Funny enough, I think that's... Were you doing like physical media, like oil painting or watercolor or something like that, or were you doing digital? Because I know digital, that's one of the most common like things that really like... That's like a common step to fall into, is like really soft shadows and colors and stuff like that, like for everything. Rather than using different texture to represent texture. Oil, okay, interesting. So you were getting a really soft tone with oil. I guess that makes sense, actually. Gouache, I think, has a tendency to be a bit more harder. Harder edges, harder style. I actually really like the look of gouache. It's like watercolor, but like more like settled, right? It has the same kind of sheen to it, but it's a little bit more physical, has a bit of presence to it. Not that I'm really great at gouache. I'm not really great at most physical medias. I've always really struggled with that. Charcoal was the hardest. Man, charcoal was so stinking hard. It'd be fun to do oil painting though, like proper oil painting. I'd be curious if I could really do something. This looks like crap. Hold on. Super messy and textured. Yeah. I think my problem at the time, I could probably do charcoal a lot better now, but at the time I was having a really hard time with man, getting tone. Dang, really? That's not good. Hold on. Yo, Jack. Good to see you. You're still here on time. Hold on. Let's try airplane width 2. Detection 85. I'm getting a ton of artifacting. That's really annoying. Hope you're doing well. We don't want tone work. Things go. Things definitely go. I'm looking forward to hold on. Finishing up the school year and having a bit more time in the summer here to I might even up my stream schedule to like an extra day in the week. But we'll see about that. I'm a teacher, so I get summers off. I think I'm gonna have to just clean it up by hand. Shoot. That kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, hold on. Emphasize outline. Okay, I see. No, we don't want that. Just according to scale. I teach animation as one of my main courses, as well as multimedia, which is mostly editing right now, but I want to expand it next year, and computer applications, as well as a couple of like proxy classes where the students kind of run their own curriculum for a bit. But I'm actually really looking forward to next year because high school. It's just high school. Let's see what happens here. Dang it, man. That's really annoying. Here's what I can do alternatively. Hold on. I can blow this up. Zoom it in. Much bigger. As I can. Can't do that. Then try again like this. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of it's kind of funny. I have all these students coming in who are going to be in high school next year, and they're like super interested in doing animation. Mostly because they all want to hang out, but like I'm cool with that. um, and man, that really sucks. Well, if it's gonna do that, then I might as well just put it in the right spot. And so I'm probably gonna have a good number of students next year in my animation class, which makes me happy. Because it was kind of sparse this year, last year. Had a good number of students who had to leave, and just not a lot of students in there and whatnot. So I'm looking forward to having a good number. One of my students actually just finished up his film. So that was really fun to see. What came first, chicken or the egg? Both. As far as coming out of lockdowns and stuff like that, things are getting better, I think, but we're definitely seeing the effects of that. It's really crazy, just like how much comes of that, you know? Because you don't really think about it, because when you're, you know, not in school anymore and stuff like that, it's like, oh, what's 2 years? But for kids, when they're growing up, stuff like that, 2 years is like the difference between 2 or 3 years is like the difference between a kid being in 4th grade and kid being in 7th grade, right? And it's like, that is such a huge difference. And so that's definitely been a bit of a struggle for sure. It's made teaching middle schoolers even more challenging. So we're gonna definitely be feeling that for a while. We've got a dedicated team though. We got a really good group of teachers who are doing their best and making stuff happen. I mean, honestly, I'm not even entirely sure, like... I mean, they probably did, like, influence the attention span, but I think that's, like, one of the biggest challenges we face right now is, so we have, you know, iPads and all this, like, really nice tech and stuff like that, and that's great and everything until you realize that it is such a heavy distraction for the students, and it's a challenge, you know. And then on top of that, you know, phones and stuff like that. It's a real challenge, for sure. And I'm sure it was kind of exasperated by the lockdowns and stuff like that, where it was really encouraged to like look for things to kind of occupy you, you know. That's why everyone was getting streaming services, and then it boomed, and now it's no one gives a crap about streaming services, because what in the world is actually on them that's good. But yeah, so that's been like our biggest hurdle as of late, and I'm hoping next year we're able to really like kind of hunker down on that and just get it a little bit more under control, because that's been hard. The nice thing is, for me, I get to have the benefit of teaching an actually pretty cool class in terms of like, you know, I try to give a lot of freedom to like what the kids animate and everything. I go through some stuff that it's like, okay, let's walk through this so that you get the idea. Meditation. Actually, that's not a bad point, honestly. Just taking time to, like, not engage with things, like actually making that a habit. Truth be told, that's something I really need to get back into the habit of. I don't know why this thing... Oh, really? Is that right, Evelyn? A meditation regimen from 8 months feedback. Huh. Thing is, I don't think it's one of those things where, like, I can imagine it's kind of hard to, like, you can build a routine around it, but I feel like if it's like, oh, you got to do this kind of things, you know, it's kind of counterintuitive. Like, it's got to be just kind of a more natural habit. He's just super angry. Yeah. It's kind of not the effect that you expect, huh? Oh, why do these pieces have to be like this? I don't understand why. I think it's the angle, unfortunately. But I can't change the... So I don't think I can. I mean, maybe I could have actually. Oh well, I'll just do it this way. That reminds me, I need to get back into exercising as well. Kept bringing in bigger and bigger dogs. Okay, now I'm really confused. Oh, okay, I see. You wish it was real dogs? Maybe it would have helped if it was real dogs. This is unfortunate. But I think, is this? No, it's not. Okay. I just realized this is the last time I will have to draw this mask for the foreseeable future. Right here, this panel. I like the sound of that. I've been drawing that freaking mask for 3 years. You'd also need a 7-figure income, yeah. I just try to keep things simple. I do need to get back into working out, and I would like to pick up a more physical hobby, like maybe getting out and doing some biking or something like that. Nice thing is I'm actually in town now, so I can actually go places on a bike. Or even my longboard. It's fun to skate around, hit up different shops and restaurants and stuff like that. Yeah, I stay away from the alcohols. Or the Durgs. What is better than you most can deal with it? Huh, that's interesting. Okay, just a few more pieces here. And I can actually get back to drawing. Yay! Alright. New stream indeed. There will be a new stream on Thursday as well. So the inner ear test? Ooh, that doesn't sound fun. How you doing, by the way, Isaac? Hope you're doing good. It's been a little while. I'll have to get back in touch with you and catch up proper as well. I've been a little bit distant from the group. Doing all right? That's good to hear. Nice. Zelda's great inspiration for writing, honestly. That's what really got me into it. Good old Ocarina of Time. Lots of inspiration. That reminds me, actually, I need to get back on playing that ROM hack. Lost all my data, unfortunately, so I gotta start over. Really sucks, but, you know, it happens. I was dumb and didn't do a backup when I should have. So when I had to reset my Wii, because something went wrong with a... well, actually, I don't even know if it went wrong, come to think of it. but I did a backup regardless because I thought that something had broke. Got rid of all that data. Man, it's always fun having to see a whole plethora of specialists to figure something out. I was fortunate in that I didn't have to figure that out. It was pretty obvious what was wrong with me. It was just couldn't fix it short of surgery, so that was kind of the downside there. Well, it's more like I'm gonna get rid of detail. Basically what happened is so when it extracts the line work, it's taking samples from the data, from the 3D data, and so it sees lines that I don't want it to see, basically. So I have to go back up and clean that up and make it look better. So it'd be nice if it actually didn't catch all that. This would be done already and I'd be drawing it. Yeah, I don't think this looks very good. But it's that kind of stuff that, like, you know, that is the attention you have to pay to really, like, keep something consistent, you know. In another style, maybe I could have gotten away with it, but in this style, it requires open line work. There we go. That's looking better. It actually reminds me, I needed to develop a style for another story and do a test page to pitch to Richard for Anvil. I don't think so. Usually in comics, the way it goes is, so you do, you know, your pencil sketch and everything like that. You do the character and everything, and you draw it all out, and you sketch it down and everything. I'm gonna take a little doodle break here. Light doodle break. hair is gonna be like. Hair is gonna be like so. There we go. Good enough for a demonstration, at least. And actually, this pencil isn't great for this. Actually, let me switch to a tilt pencil here. Why is that so big? This pencil actually kind of feels like crap now that I'm going back and using it. Hold on. Whatever. We'll just keep doing the real pencil thing. Or not real pencil. Rough pencil. That's it. And so yeah, you do your inking and stuff like that, or your sketch. And you sketch the character out, and then you go back over with an ink brush. Like, let's say this one is nah, that's kind of a rough ink to do with. That'll do. And you go back over, and actually you can set it to a different color to make your life actually easy. And you just kind of more or less just go back over it. The entire time you're still drawing it, but you're just now going back through and maybe adding a little bit more detail. Making sure that the light is correct and you're capturing more of the likeness of the light. So this is kind of like the key to this kind of work. Is you're building up slowly over time, layer by layer, right? Kind of like a cake. And each iteration allows you to kind of refine more and more and more and more and more. And so you're able to, in this layer, I'm able to emphasize more of the line weight, things like that, and everything. And I can get a bit more of a better sense of capturing the light without having to think about two things at once, where that light should go, as well as how to render that light. And my experience in animation cleanup is actually coming in handy here. With just capturing things quickly. Capturing lines quickly. So. Not quite like that. Actually, I don't much. Actually, we're gonna thin that. We're gonna make that nice and thin, and we'll emphasize the cheek here. And this isn't a very good inking, but you get the idea. You know, that's kind of how. That's kind of the idea, though. Typically, that's the typical routine. And truth be told, it's a better routine for more consistency, but it takes longer because you have to draw things twice, essentially. But if we go back here, it's kind of the goal of this style. I think I finished that. Is to emphasize a kind of a rawer line, rawer, as opposed to something that feels more like distinctly inked. I'm not really going for an inked style, essentially, right? And so my logic is like, I really liked the look of the pencil, um, and I didn't want to have to try to recreate that. So I was just like, screw it. Why don't I just set it to black and white monochrome and just go with that. Yeah, no, I definitely, I really do like teaching. Well, so there's lots of different ways to ink. This is just, one brush I have, but you can also do what's called like a G pen, which is a lot more striking, a lot cleaner, right? And you can even like do little doodles without any line work, just kind of show. And so like it all depends on what you're going for, right? But kind of pencil is like the thing that's not meant to be seen, but it's act as the structure for it. And I don't do that for this book. I want more of that like raw pencil kind of feel. That being said, like I said, it comes with downsides because like it's good to sketch things out first, which I've done before, especially with like hands, for example, is a great idea. I'm gonna all right. So the table here, and we're actually going to color the table red just to make it not interact with this as much so that we can kind of focus a little bit better. So I would say that it's not very typical to use the pencil tool for your final lines, right? Typically, you go back and you ink it to kind of clean it up. But you can sort of get away with it, sort of. Truth, like I said, I really should be doing it that way. I'm an animator. So, like, I don't like drawing things twice. Unless I have to, like for cleanup. And so, like, I figure why don't I just do the cleanup immediately? It's a good tangent. It's always fun to get to explain that stuff, explain your process and all that. It's even more fun when you get to explain it to people who are actually here. Let me tell you, talking into the void is a thing. The life of a lonely streamer who is now not so alone. Gonna hit the hay? All right, Evelyn. I do appreciate you stopping by. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this page, so I might be working on it. Well, I am gonna definitely finish it on Wednesday, because I need to actually kick up the pace a bit. I've completely forgotten how I do the back thing. But yeah, so I will be back on Thursday, probably working on a new page, which will be fun. But yeah, have a good one. I need to look at the back of her thing. Okay, yeah, it just is just connected like this. And then have some folds here. Emphasize the fact that it's all lumped up because these cloaks are so long. She actually pins it up. crap though. I actually need to slow down. One of the things about this style is like kind of a hang up for me is like it's both quick and slow at the same time. So I can go too fast in the places I shouldn't, and I can go too slow in the places I should, right? And so it's kind of a challenge to kind of remind myself. It's like, okay, no, slow this down, you know, so that you can speed up these other things, essentially, right? And that's just a matter of figuring out the efficiency of the style, where you can and can't get away with things. Like hands, for example. Hands require a special dedication because there's so much expression in them when your character doesn't have a face. Yeah, smooth is fast. Yeah, that's exactly it. And actually, truth be told, I'm not even really going for smooth. That's actually part of this style. Is you'll notice like I will leave like choppy lines, but they have to look right. And so there's a special way I want them to look, and it's easy to like kind of get into the mindset of like, no, make it smoother, but it's no, go slower. Let the choppiness kind of do its work, but contain it, control it in a way that'll emphasize the shape in a way. And so you can get some really cool looking forms and stuff like that way. How long her finger is? That is not how long her finger is. So fun fact, your fingers are about the same length as your palm. If you were to fold, which you can't really do it, but if you were to fold your fingers over, they'd basically be about the same length as your palm. I don't mind them making them a little bit longer, but not too long. Maybe a little shorter than that. Down lower because the pinky finger is lower. building that. For now, let's this part. That away. We're actually going to move this to the side here. Worry about that later. For now. Oops. Enough. There we go. Bring you back on. I need to get the new chessboard. So file import 3D data. Chessboard 2 checkmate. So I've never had Clip Studio Paint crash on me like that. You gotta be freaking kidding me. I've never actually had that happen. Wait, hold on. Restored canvas. I think so. Hold on. So this is restored. This is also restored. Wow, I have never actually lost data to Clip Studio Paint. Frick. Nice thing is, I just lost that sketch. Dang it. So I gotta do that again. It is really warm in here. Why in the world is my air conditioning unit so terrible? This has genuinely got to be the worst air conditioning unit on the planet. Like, actually. This thing does nothing for this area. I've never seen that before. Frick. Okay, hold on. File. Recent. Let me do something here. I need to put this here. Well, I imagine I want to save the restored. I don't need this. I don't need to keep this. This, I guess I'll save this. Is that right? I thought I hit it sooner, but I guess not. Boy, I know what happened. It was when I was importing the 3D data, which I guess that was too much. Boy, that is rare. What you just saw was like the first time in like 7 years of using the software that it legit just hard crashed. Because for the most part, like, that is not how this software goes. So that's fun. Could have been worse. At least I have... Oh, come on. What the heck? Oh, the stupid fill. I'm just glad I don't have to do that again. Well, I'm gonna save like crazy now, I guess. Dang it. Okay, well, hold on. Let me see if I can do this better the second time. I wanna actually lean into that. Man, where's my buddy Sat when I need him? There's a guy from my days streaming on Twitch. He used to come in all the time and would threaten me if I didn't save. It was great. I need to get a bot installed with like messages and stuff like that. And one of them be a save thing. I actually am somewhat surprised I lost more data than, or that much data, actually. Because, like, I don't know what the autosave is set to. But I feel like it's sooner than however long it took me to do this sketch, but maybe not. I'm actually almost caught up anyway. Oh yeah, Sat's awesome. It's kind of weird because, like, I've been through so many different, like, communities in terms of, like, people I've met and where I come from and stuff like that. And it's just like, you know, you remember all of them. It's weird how, like, things always just kind of dry up, I guess. Still good friends with a good amount of people from that I met off of, like, Twitch and whatnot, but I don't know, I guess that's what happens when the platform decides to off itself with really dumb decisions and take everyone down with them. So, start abandoning ship. I never said Iron Age was. I'm saying I've been in a lot of communities. Truth be told, I don't even really do the whole community thing anymore. I'm in like different groups and stuff like that. Like I have friends and whatnot, but I don't know. You know, I just thought I really should have done more due diligence in opening up the original, because it might have been further along, now that I think about it. Oh well. I didn't lose very much, which is nice. Now I can do it better the second time. Because what might have happened essentially is like I did save after getting further along, but the restore point didn't update. That's what might have happened. And so if the restore point was still in the past, then that would mean it brought up that restore point. I don't see the progress I actually made. I think, oh, well, that's the most up-to-date version. And I save over it. This looks like crap. Okay, hold on. I want to do this right. That looks better than that, so we're gonna redo this. Oh, why can't I draw? I wish I could just draw. Why do I suck? I mean, truth be told, I'm doing this so wrong. I wanted this to look like really good. This is the super wrong way to do that. But it's such a small part that who cares? You're supposed to be looking here anyway. So, whatever. Anyway, okay. So we're saved. Yeah, I think I might have accidentally actually erased my own progress. Import 3D data. Checkmate. See what happens. There it is. There's the queen. We actually are going to show more of the board. Not that much, but I do want you to be able to see how the checkmate works. There it goes. Come on. Man, that's annoying. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Come on, why is it? It's really annoying. And it got... Come on, man. Really? This is so dumb. This wasn't happening before. Why is it having so much trouble now? Hold on, maybe if I turn depth. Which means I'm gonna have to clean things up again. Come on, what the heck? Why? That's not even enough. What the heck? Oh, this is really dumb. Telling me it can't freaking see that side. Why? This is so frustrating. It's really dumb. Why doesn't it use the actual process of edge detection? I don't think this does anything. Oh, there we go. Hold on. That's better. There we go. Okay. Much better. There. Thank goodness. Time's it? 7:51. We can probably finish up this panel and then we'll call it a day. I might finish up this page today as well, though. Because, truth be told, this won't be all that much work, and this won't be all that much work, so... might do that. This next page is gonna be a lot of work, though, figuring that panel out. All the trees and stuff like that, so... Page after that's gonna be nice and simple, though, so that'll be good. Page after that's going to be a lot of work. And then the page after that's actually going to be a lot of work as well. Page after that's going to be a lot of work. It's all going to be a lot of work. It's comic. What expect? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, turn off fill. I need fill right now. I don't need fill. Phil's a jerk. There we go. So, okay, so that's done. Change the color to red. Opacity. Now, go back to ink. Wait, what am I doing? I want to do it on this to make it more obvious. The hand would actually be more like this. I need to figure out palm here. Just go up like that. This doesn't make any freaking sense. Something like that. Actually, I might. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and put this back here. Okay. I'm just gonna clean up. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Just gonna clean this up real quick. Okay. Alright, this page is going a lot faster, that's for sure. It's not as complicated as some of the work here and some of the angles and stuff like that, so kind of nice. Nice change of pace. Still don't know what I'm going to do for this page, but I'll figure it out at some point. For now, though, this page is really close to done, just 2 more panels. And not very complicated with panels, but I am probably going to work on that maybe later tonight, or maybe just tomorrow, and go on to the next page, which is this one, which I'm very excited about. But it's going to be a lot of work as well, so I got to figure that out. I might have to do some experimenting tomorrow. Either way, thank you guys so much for joining me on this whole crazy journey, big moves and stuff like that. Let's see. I think someone actually asked earlier how far along I am, and I forgot to explain, but I'll catch that later. All right. Either way, catch you guys later. I'll be back on Thursday. See you then. Later.